Kiara, this is Mary Joseph coming live from Hamilton. I am a licensed immigration advisor for AJV Services. We are a New Zealand based education migration services company. We are a group of licensed immigration advisors. This company's AJV Services is headed by a licensed immigration advisor, Arun Jacob. I'm sure a lot of you are following and are followers of his YouTube and Facebook groups. So yeah, so now that we have, in fact, we were only two licensed advisors until lately. One of my colleagues live twice on Wednesdays and Fridays. So Arun will be doing Mondays, I will be doing Wednesdays, and Tulika will be coming live on Fridays. So you'll get an opportunity for two kinds of people. Agrees that your sessions is an opportunity for you to interact directly with us licensed advisors, because we do have a very, very competent team across India and New Zealand. But however, there are certain things that you'd like to hear from a licensed advisor. Purely that means immigration advice, because non-licensed, unlicensed advisors cannot provide you immigration advice except for student visas. So yeah, so we are here giving you this opportunity so that you can interact with us, get some questions resolved, and yeah, and prepare yourself for your life ahead in New Zealand. So that's what it is. So right now I'm coming live on AJV Global Facebook page and on a YouTube channel. Okay, so I request all those who are watching this session from YouTube, it's easier for us to interact there. If you do not have a Facebook, if you're not added to our page or whatever, if you're not unable to come through, then that's fine. But we would recommend you to come on Facebook. Certain ground rules before we get started. Number one, students, please start with saying your name. Saying that you're an HAV client, and if you can mention your advisor's details. It'll be great for me to get a quick update from my team and then take it from there. Now, non-HAV clients, people who are not working with us, and it's a generic question, or you would like to work with us, I request you to please share your contact details, because sometimes the session gets disconnected or something might happen, and it's very difficult for us to kind of connect back with you. And also it's only fair, because my team will be able to reach out to you only if you give your details to us, so I can answer questions of all those who have given me their phone numbers. Okay, that's one thing. So yeah, so before we get into the questions, I think people are just coming in. I have my beautiful team on backup, and my viewers. I see Anita, who's come in from Wellington. I've seen Prakash Prasanna, and I've seen, thank you guys, the ones that who come in regularly every week. Really, really appreciate your support and your wishes for AJV. Before the questions come in, I'll just talk about a couple of things. The most recent development is Immigration New Zealand has announced that all partnership applications will henceforth be processed here in the Hamilton branch of INZ. All the pending applications that have been filed prior to September this year will still be processed in Mumbai, because they've been sitting there for some time now. From September 1st, they have moved all the applications to Hamilton, and all the future ones will also will be processed in Hamilton. So yes, it is expected that the timelines will come down, purely because it is now going to be processed here in Hamilton. However, because there is a backlog, please expect some delays till the entire system falls into place. So you can expect anything between 2 to 3 months as a processing timeline. Sorry guys, there's a bit of commotion at the background. Actually, there is a match, Tonga versus Lions, I think, that's going to be held in the coming week. And so there is a lot of commotion happening on the streets. I wish I was facing the other side so that you could see. So yeah, people blazing, in their cars, music and stuff like that. So yeah, they're cheering for their teams. There's a rugby match actually. So yeah, so because of that, we were talking about partnerships. So partnership applications will be processed here in Hamilton. However, please be patient and expect delays. Now, also the news is that a lot of the Mumbai applications that have been waiting have been we've been seeing some progress. A lot of them have been allocated, which have been filed around April, May. A lot of our applications have been allocated to the case officer, and the case officers have been kind enough to contact us and say, hey, you know what, I've got your application with me, I will get to it in a bit, can you please update further information. So we are working with our clients and we're getting that sorted. Besides that, we've got the after the long waiting, we got our first visa that was processed here at the Hamilton office. It was a Nepali case, and we're really, really glad that it came through. The couple had an interview, we had trained them for the interview, and things like that. So, what I'm trying to drive a point here is that as simple as it may seem, the partnership applications, they are not. I have told this before as well that there are four important aspects that INZ is looking at when assessing a partnership application, and the most important one being living together. A lot of us might think, hey, you know what, I'm married, so that should be good enough, but that is not good enough, because marriage is not the most important thing to declare a relationship here in New Zealand. To say that you are in a relationship, living together and establishing a life is more important. So I request all of you who are recently married, who've been married for a long time but have applied for visas, but are have been waiting for decisions. I would request you to please talk to us and see if you have a good enough chance, because after waiting for this long, if your documentation is sufficient, it will be a decline. And imagine it will go back into the queue and you'll have to wait for long enough. So I request you guys to talk to us. We don't mind having a quick look and saying whether it is good enough for it to be approved. If it is not good enough to be approved, we will advise you to say what can be done while it's still in progress in the system awaiting to be allocated, right? So you can send us an email to immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com. Send us just a brief about your partnership and all the documents that you have submitted to us. If you're already working with an advisor, then with a licensed immigration advisor, then sorry, we cannot step into it. But if you're not working with an advisor and have applied by yourself, I would recommend a strong recommendation to get it reviewed once, because we have 4 or 5 cases that we have been able to pull back and retrieve from which would have been declined otherwise, because the documentation was very, and after 8 to 9 months of battling, finally their visas have been approved, because there was a gap and we could plug it in. Okay, so please email us as immigration@ajvglobal.com. All those whose visas have been already declined, especially partners of citizens and New Zealand residents, please do talk to us, because we see that there is a pattern, we see that there is something that can be done, especially for these applicants. It's sad, and we would like to fight for you. Okay, so that's what it is. So let's now get into the questions. See that there are some questions coming in. My usual spiel is done. I'm 20 minutes into the session already, so let's get started with the questions. All those who are watching this on YouTube, please questions here in Facebook. That'll be great, and please give us your contact details so that I will be able to answer your questions. Okay. And AJV students, please start with saying you're an AJV student. Yeah. Thank you. Right. So the first, Facebook doesn't seem to have any questions. Surprising. We just have one person who has just tagged somebody else. Who says he's somebody, Shailesh Angitab Karan says he's just tagged somebody else. Okay. Right. Mithun, I think we had, sorry, one of my students, Mithun, has just pinged me saying he's waiting for my call. Mithun, I have not heard for my update for me to connect to you with another student, with another ex-student of ours. I have not heard back from him yet. I'm waiting for him to say yes so that I can connect him to you, okay? Because in New Zealand we take privacy quite seriously, and unless and until I get a yes from him, I will not be able to connect you to him. Yeah, because they're all working professionals. It's very, very hard for me to kind of pin them down and say, hey, you know what, you have to help our new students. So I'm waiting for that. Okay, waiting for him to say, yes, Mary, I'm willing to talk to any of the new ones. So once I hear back, I will connect you with that guy. Okay. I have not forgotten about you. Don't worry about it. I have not forgotten. And you're still studying. So I'd like you to first put your head down and continue with your studies about what will happen after you finish your course. Just focus and put your head down. Okay. Um, then Facebook, there is a question that probably I'd like to look at. Neha Verma says, hello, AJV. If I apply for a PG diploma in information technology level 8, my spouse can get work visa or not? Please tell me. I can if choose a course to go forward. Okay, Neha, very, very important question. Please don't do a mistake of proceeding with this course without knowing whether your husband's eligible. A lot of them say, okay, after you go to New Zealand, we can figure it out. A lot of agencies do that. Please don't do that mistake. Neha, I'll answer that question of yours if you please share your phone number with us. If I will answer that question because it's a very, very critical one. I have a few people who have made the wrong choices and eventually have struggled after coming here in New Zealand, okay? To New Zealand. So please leave your phone number there. I will come back and answer your question. Thank you. Vishesh, you're ready. Hi, Visheshwar. Thanks for coming online. I'll wait for you to post your question. Yeah. And we have, it seems to be pretty slow today. There's barely any questions coming in. I'm just switching again back and forth to Facebook and YouTube. We have somebody else called Jenish Kumar who says, hi, ma'am, Jenish, and I've done BSc nursing and my PT score is 58, and please tell me my options for further studies in New Zealand. Jenish, can you please give us your phone number so that I can answer that question? However, because this is a very important question, nursing is a very important course as such. I would like to also, because nursing aged care is registered nurses for aged care shortage. So I would like to answer that question for you. Um, if you have experience, which you don't, I see. If you do have nurses with 2 years of experience and a certain level of English could probably look at something called a CAP program, which is called Competency Assessment Program, right? So this competency assessment program is for you to bridge that gap between your previous degree and the New Zealand degree, and get registered in the New Zealand Nurses Council. Okay. If you do not have and doing a bachelor's here in New Zealand, some of the government polytechnics do allow you to get cross credit for the first 1.5 year, and then you'll have to do about another 1.5 year to eventually get your BSc nursing, which leads you to your registration. Then you don't have to do IELTS or everything else. So Jenish, what if you have 58, then you have just got 6.5, but the requirement for a BSc nursing would be 6.5 individual bands, yeah, not just overall. So this is not, I'm giving this information out as a general knowledge because nursing has a lot of confusion with people. That is the reason I'm offering, because even if you do on, you cannot work as a nurse unless you have minimum certain years of experience, or if you have studied a nursing program here in New Zealand. Okay, because if you've got experience, you do the CAP pathway. If you do not have experience, you'll have to do a BSc nursing. Okay, I hope I've answered that for you. And yeah, and please do leave your contact details. I'd like to really help you look at this, um, look at this pathway. Okay, so just I'll wait for your number to connect back with you. Okay. Okay. Switching to Facebook. It seems question seems to be quiet today, so I'm just kind of right. Okay, Mithun says, I'm sorry, you told me I should find a part-time job in construction during my studies, and now I should concentrate on my studies. Great, and thank you. Mithun, I'm you're just getting worried too much. What I'm saying is it'll be good to get a job in construction. Okay, I think I just have to pick up the phone and talk to you. I'm going to do that after this session. Okay, and also the other thing about part-time jobs is I have also asked you to connect with the recruitment agencies, right? Recruitment agencies that do these kind of temporary jobs. under construction. So there are a few called asset and superior personal and things like that. I think you should go and connect with. They will give you a list of these temporary jobs. Okay, so we'll have a chat about this when I call you. Right. Thanks. Gaurav Tantri says yo yo. Okay. Yo yo. I wonder what that is. Okay. Jason, hi, I'm an AJV student. I had applied for postgraduate diploma in information in Welltech, Wellington on 18 September and waiting for conditional offer for 1 month. Can you please check the status of my application? When can I expect the offer? It's been a month. Jason, I will have my team inform me about this. Team, can you please tell me what's the status with Jason's application? Jason, on an average, government politics take about 4 to 6 weeks sometimes. Uh, in fact, last intake, it took nearly 2 to 3 months sometimes, because when there are some programs that they're high in demand, offers are actually delayed. Also, because there's been a lot of delay with immigration in New Zealand, there were a lot of offers being deferred because each intake there are set number of seats. They have about 20 to 25 seats. So if they've already issued enough offers, they may not be able to do more without ensuring, and seeing who will make it and who will not. So I think it is just procedural delay and nothing much. However, I'm just going to wait for my team to come back to me about the status of your application. So once my team tells me that, I'll let you know. Okay. Thank you. Vishweshwar says hi. Hi Mary, what's your take on partnerships visa status getting delayed? I wanted to apply for a work visa for my wife. However, the visitor visa is going to expire in December. Which category is she available? By the way, I am permanent resident of New Zealand. Vishweshwar, I am not getting a complete picture of your situation. Can I please request you give me a call? You can call me on a toll-free number here if you're based here in New Zealand. Please give me a call on 0800 696977, or leave me your number so that I can connect back with you. I'd like to talk to you in person and understand when you say, her visa is going to be expired. I really don't understand what you mean by that. So I'd really like to talk to you in person and understand your situation. So give me a call or leave me your number and we'll connect. Right. So the team has sent a follow up. Your advisor Nisha has contacted Welltech, and we'll. I think by if we don't get anything by Monday, team, can you please let me know? Tuesday, I will give a call. I mean, Tuesday, I will give a call to Welltech and find out what's happening. Okay. So, team, please make note of this. If you're unable to if you're unable to get an update from Welltech by Monday, please let me know. I will call them here locally here in New Zealand and follow up and find out. And Jason, hopefully by the next live session, you should have the offer. If you don't, you can come. Moving on. We seem to have quite a bit of queries on Facebook. Interesting. Sorry, not on Facebook, on YouTube. Not on Facebook. Facebook's been quiet today. Rahul, I see a question. Rahul Raghavan, you're asking me about Hamilton accommodation. So I would clients, yeah, because he's saying that he's one of our clients, and he would like to know accommodation options. Rahul, can you please confirm who is your advisor so that I can check with your advisor? Okay. Next, while we wait for Rahul's question to be answered, for white collar jobs in New Zealand, is this true? I'm planning for masters in construction management. Tanveer, that's absolutely incorrect. Okay. All my students are in proper white collar jobs. They are in good positions. They are in well paying. This terminology of, whatever color jobs you're terming them as, they put them in three categories. That's high skilled, mid skilled, and low skilled. Right. Low skilled are the ones that come into very very low level skill level 4, 4, 5, and 6 according to ANSCO. Okay, so those are the blue collar jobs that you're talking about, and the rest are all in skill 1 2 3, which are either mid level or high skill level. All my students have found mid or high skill. In fact, a lot of them are in the high skill jobs, right? Professionals, everyone come under the IT. Then you've got the business managers, you who come in the mid skilled. So it's I really don't know where who does who goes around spreading these rumors, because that's so not true. In fact, one of my students who's graduated from the masters in construction management at AUT is now working as a construction engineer, a construction management engineer in Auckland. So, and he's also qualified and applied for a resident visa. So it's not so it's not really true. So I don't really know where you're getting this information from. Check your sources, yeah. But Tanvir, I think you have to proceed with confidence. And we have one of our students who's there in the industry already doing, who's done a master, so I'm pretty confident about it. So thanks for sharing your number, one importantly, yeah. Okay, Rahul Raghavan has come back and said Jagrati and Sonia are working with him at the moment on his application. So, Rahul, the accommodation here in Hamilton, NZ right in the city center. It's just two buildings away from us. Okay, so so the accommodation across Hamilton for somebody who's single, who's looking at a would start is upwards. Yeah, I have students who are paying $90 all inclusive, and I have students who are paying about 160, 170 all inclusive. So it really depends on where and how many people you share the house with. Okay, so because you're coming to Hamilton, I don't see any problem. We'll find you some accommodation. Yeah. So don't worry about accommodation when you're especially coming to Hamilton, because we are here and we are just don't throw away for you to figure these things out. So don't worry about it. Okay. Thank you. Next question we've got Gaurav says, even I applied for the same course in Welchuk along with the others. I got offers from all except Welchuk. I think Welchuk takes time. Wait for another couple of weeks and see. Gaurav, thank you very much. I hope that you're one of our students and helping the other. Yeah, and if you're not working with us, Gaurav, maybe you should consider. Yeah, so Gaurav, also it'll be great to get your phone number. Jason, I hope that answers your question. It's not just you pretty much tell about. So I think you must just wait up. But I will, as I said, let's wait till Monday. If nothing comes through, I'm going to pick up the phone myself and talk to them on Tuesday. Okay. Right. Thanks for your patience. Okay, next question is Kanan Nair, who says, "Hi, ma'am. One of my friend has done BSc nursing in India. By next month, she will complete 2 years of experience, and she's also preparing for OET. What is her pathway in New Zealand? I see she's eligible for CAP course. Thank you, Kanan. First of all, we'd like your friend to contact us. If you kind of go back to the session, the initial beginning, few questions, I've already answered the pathway for nurses. So our best would be for your contact us. My email address will be immigrationadvisor@ajbglobal.com. Please ask your friend to contact us directly, and we will help her out. Okay. If she's completed 2 years and experience, and she's got the required OET results, then we should certainly be able to figure something out for her. Okay. So please do contact. Thank you. Okay, next question we have Sunando Basu, who's watching this on YouTube. He's one of our clients. His wife got a visa. She's here already. He and his children are waiting for their visas in India. So, Nando, I hope that we get some response soon now that a visa officer is allocated. So, Sunando says to have your questions. Sorry, so Sunanda says, "Hello, Mary. Had a question on the free 20 hours EC. Since our younger daughter is less than 2 years, will she not be eligible for the same?" Sunando, not really. Yes, there are some daycares who say that minimum so many years they have to be for them to be eligible for the free EC. I think it varies from the here in New Zealand to 5 years. My son goes to a kindy here in Hamilton, and I do see babies lesser than 2 years as well coming there. So there is that free EC available. However, I think it differs from the childcare, the basic center. Okay, so yes, it is available. I think you'll just have to find the right center. And under two, also there is a 20 hours free EC available. Okay, so I don't think that's a problem as such. Question. Mm, Neha, you haven't given me your phone number. I'm seeing that you're still on YouTube. I'm still waiting for your phone number. Okay. Hi, Gaurav. I'm an AV student. I've already applied for the visa. The offer I chose was from R. Okay, Gaurav. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for thinking that. Thank you. Hope to see you soon. In fact, we keep doing these trips to all the cities. Last year, I was there in Christchurch. Around this year, actually, in April. Hopefully, by the time I do another trip to Christchurch, you will be here. And so, yeah, welcome, welcome. And more the merrier. Christchurch is becoming quite a busy students there, nearly about 30 plus. Nelson is beginning to become a very important, city. We are Arun and Anjana, our onshore support person, and Nicholas, our creative content person. They're all traveling to Nelson and Wellington early next month to meet all our students and shoot some lovely videos. We keep doing this often, so hopefully, we will. Get to meet you guys and do something around that time as well. Okay, so sorry, the landline phone decided to ring post work hours, but yeah, that's all right. We in fact have today you guys will notice that things are very bright here, and the quality is better is because we have our in-house cinematographer with us. I think Nicholas should come and say hello to everyone. So Nicholas is one of our students. He's actually working full-time now with AJV. So that's Nicholas.
Hey
Okay.
guys.
And Nicholas is, what did you study?
Well, I studied film and I
Okay.
majored in direction and cinematography in Hamilton.
Which course is this?
This is the Masters in Media and Screen Studies.
Okay, so he's a postgraduate from Waikato University, one of the best universities here, and he is the, what do you say, the talent behind all the beautiful videos. You see those crisp, beautiful short videos. That's all the creative content of Nicholas here. And Nicholas has now joined us full time. This is his first week here full time.
Yes, this is my first week.
With
To be
AJV?
honest, I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
And do look out for some crazy content coming soon.
Cool. Sounds good. Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
Thank
Mary.
you. Yeah. So he's our in-house. What do you say? Creative person, and we have a lot of fun in the office now. We are quite a busy team here, and earlier it was just me and Virginia. Now we've got Nicholas and we've got Anjana, who's our onshore events coordinator. She's an onshore and events coordinator, so she takes care of all our students. When once they arrive, she also ensures that they are well connected, they are networked, and pampered, because we do these dinners and things like that. We do these networking opportunities. So we are quite a busy office. All our desks are full, and there's constant chatter all day. So it's amazing. And all those who all our AJV students who are if you're ever passing through Hamilton, please stop and say hello. It'll be great to catch up with you over a coffee. Yeah, we do serve coffee in the office, but just black. Yeah. So yeah, so that's so it looks like the questions have stalled. I'm just gonna do a quick look around. If there are any more questions sitting, we'll answer that, or I think I'll just wrap up. So I think what we're going to also do henceforth is, guys, we may not be able to do we won't be able to do the entire, we won't do the entire session if there, viewers, the questions have, stopped and things like that. We will just do how many ever, and then so if you're interested, please come in online on time and ask your questions. Okay, don't wait till the end to ask, because if there are questions, now that we are having the frequency of our sessions are more, we we may have sometimes lesser viewers, and then we'll wrap up quickly and things like that. So I can actually see one question that has just popped in on YouTube. It's from Abhishek G, who's an AJV student. He says, got an offer from MIT for applied management. Just want to know, after of completing the course, can my wife work in digital marketing? Total 8 years of experience. So, Abhishek, is your wife studying yourself? Okay. So, if irrespective of who's studying, doesn't matter. If you are if you've already been trained in digital marketing or in digital marketing, whoever is the student, okay, or the other person, the partner, the pathway to resident visa is to find yourself a job which is of a skill level 1, 2, and 3. So we will help you decide whether it is or not, and a salary meeting the threshold of 52,000 and get points. Okay. Now, whether a job, now the other aspect that you have to prove to INZ is whether you are suitably qualified for that job. Okay. So, if suppose your wife is getting a job as a digital marketer, but she's never learned anything in marketing, it will be a hard thing for us to convince immigration that she's suitably qualified by that for that role, unless she's suitably qualified by experience, that she's worked for many years in digital marketing. So, Abhishek, my answer is yes, it could impact, and no, it can impact. It could not, depending on your profile, depending on a lot of things. So don't worry about it this early. Let her come in and find herself a job, and then we will say whether it is the right thing or not for her. Okay? So don't worry too much about it, Abhishek. Just take the plunge, and will you need as in yeah, and we are here, the idea of we being here on shore with a license and everything is that you can knock and say, hey Mary, is this good enough? And we do this assessment on a daily basis. Every single day I get 3 or 4 CVs saying, okay, this is my offer, should I? In fact, I have so many students have 3 or 4 offers and say, okay, what should I pick? Which one? Then we sit down, analyze the job description, the title, to see whether it suits their background, and then eventually we say, okay, this is what it is. Okay. So what I'm saying is, you just need to work this out as and when, and as and when things unfold. And also economic conditions will change, the market will change. Now you might think digital marketing, 4 years 3 years later it might be something else. So don't plan this early as to, yeah, do a course which is of an interest. Do a course that will upgrade your skills or build on the skills that you already have, or learn new skills in the area of your expertise and which you're in good at. Okay, don't just for the heck of it being on the long term skill shortage list, please don't pick it up, because a lot of students do this mistake. They have no interest in that area, but they select a subject because it's there in the skills shortage list, which is going to be a big disadvantage because you might not be very good at it. Okay, so don't do that mistake. Right. So yeah, so looks like we don't have any other questions. We could probably wrap up now. And we're gonna have the next live session on Friday, which is gonna be sign off today. If you're calling us from within 6525, or you can email at here in New Zealand, then you can call us on our toll free number that is only from within New Zealand. It's 0800 696977, which translates to 0800 Mayan ZPR. And if you're calling from overseas and you want to ring us here in New Zealand, you can call us on +6422 605 2615. Email address is immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com. So yeah, so we look forward to we are available here in the office at 9 to 5, but we do have the extended team also available in a different time zone. We log off and our India team comes in, so we are practically available 24/7. So it depends on which time zone you belong to. Okay, so please feel free to contact us. The safest to do is send to info@global.com, and depending on which team needs to pick it up, we'll pick it up and we'll respond to you. Thank you very much, guys, for coming online. And we wish to see more of you work with us. And yeah, about it, Kaki Teano. Good night.